Look, Vic, I'm pretty sure writing an autobiography takes a lot of trial and error and a lot of drafts you gotta do, but nigga, you ain't got a trash can or a recycle bin in that motherfucker. Clean that shit up, nigga. Shit. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad, Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Hip Hop Data. We got an album review today. We're gonna talk about the brand new album that just fucking dropped from a young cat who's been doing big things for the last few years, and he's finally dropped his official solo debut album. And we're gonna talk about it because apparently it's some autobiographical shit, nigga, fuck it, it's about him, nigga. So we gonna see what it's about. This nigga's back. He dropped his new shit. He had to clean that fucking house up because what if you get visitors, Vic? Like, come on, son. You gotta get that shit together, real talk. Talking about the new album from Vic Mensa entitled The Autobiography. Now, for those who don't know, Vic Mensa is a rapper from Chicago. He has been doing big things for the last few years. I'm gonna be real with y'all though, yo. I missed the Vic Mensa boat. Like, I seen it in the water and I was like, that's the Vic Mensa boat. I ain't get on it. Every time it passed, I just did not get on this shit. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get on it this time. And I'm gonna just see what he's bringing to the table because I've heard guest verses from him. I've heard him, do things here and there. And I think he's really talented. I just never got the desire to check out a project. I know he's had a lot of like projects like Internet Tape and the one with the Target and shit. I can't remember. See, I told you, I don't know shit about Vic Mensa, y'all, but it's okay. I'm gonna bring it in with this first album right here. And we're gonna see if Vic Mensa is something I should have been listening to a long time ago, or if I was right and I should have just kept looking at that boat and like, nope, nigga, nope, nope, not getting on that shit, not getting on that shit. Let's talk about the shit. Now, when I first popped in this album and I tuned into the production, I quickly realized that Vic Mensa has a really wide range ear for production, and he's on Rock Nation, and it sounds something like that you would hear on like a Rockefeller project from back in the day, but more like a modern day Rockefeller style, if that makes any fucking sense. But the production on here is very layered, well detailed. He plays with a lot of things from soul sampling as well as just hard hitting bangers, a lot of Chicago sounding music, but at the same time, he's got a lot of rock influence as well on here. So there's a real wide element of sounds on here, and I think it's really good because Vic is very multi-talented and it caters to those multi-talents. And I think that the sound on here is overall very good. There really isn't a beat on here that I did not like at all. The production on here is really, really solid all the way through this motherfucking project. And I think Vic has just got a good ear for beats, and it really shows on this project in general. So we gonna see like who we got up on this motherfucker too. He's got some producers. He's got Smoko Ono, Poppy Beats, No ID, of course, No ID been killing it, yo. Who else? Vic Mensa did some shit himself. 1,500 or nothing, nigga. I take 1,500 because I'm broke, nigga. Shit, nothing is not working for me. DJ Dahi, always, he like the new Bilal. Bilal ain't been on shit in a while. DJ Dahi becoming like the new Bilal, I'm just saying. And then who else up on this motherfucker? I think that, Pharrell Williams, okay, got the Neptune shit up on there. The Dream, Tricky Stewart, and that's it. And then some other niggas, but that's pretty much the main motherfuckers as far as producers are concerned. And they come through with a really great, solid, well-layered, detailed sound for Vic Mensa to really do his thing on. And I really like how there's just so many different types of sounds and tracks on here where you got the ones that'll just slap in the car, but you got the ones that are just really smooth and mellow that you can just vibe out to. And then you got some shit that just really just, get you moving and dance. He's got everything on this fucking album, but it all connects very, very well. And like I said, there's no beat on here that I really didn't like. And when it comes to Vic himself, he's a very, very talented dude. Like I said, I've only heard Vic Mensa on like guest spots and whatnot, but I've never heard a project. So hearing him on a full-blown project, I really got a full scope of how talented this dude really is. He's a great rapper. He's also a very talented singer as well. The motherfucker can sing as shit, he can sing. And he just really put all that together really well on this project and give you a little bit of both, but not really overdoing one or the other. He really mixed it in just very, very well. And as far as the subject matter on here, it's an autobiography, so it's pretty much about Vic's life from when he was living in Chicago, growing up and everything he saw, to his battle with, drug addiction, to his relationships and shit that he goes out, because, he likes the crazy ones. Who don't, though? They got the best walls. Why the crazy ones got the best walls and the sane ones, they just whack with it. It's just not fair. It's not fair in life. He also talks about the effects of having so many people close to him die in Chicago through so much violence and the shit that goes on in Chirac. And on top of that, he's also contemplated suicide and dealt with suicidal tendencies and thoughts as well. So Vic goes through a lot of shit in this album. And if you've never heard of Vic Mensa or a Vic Mensa project, this gives you a good scope of who he is as a person on all levels, from the good to the bad. And he does a really good job layering it out in a well conceptual manner with this whole album. And he's even got a few notable features on here that really come in and accentuate and really make the album sound even better. So he's got The Dream on here, he's got Sid, he's got Weezer on here, he's also got Chief Keef, Joey Purp, Pharrell's on here, Saul Williams on here, Ty Dolla $ign, and Dreezy is also on here with some vocals. So they all come through and they really help the song out. And I really like the fact that he really just uses these features to sort of enhance or really, focus on a specific detail of the song, which really just brings it out even more. So good job, Vic, with the features. You did a good job with that. And overall, you did a good job with this album. There's only a few tracks here that I really didn't care too much for. Not saying that they're bad songs, but compared to other songs here, which I thought were really great, they just didn't stand out as much. So songs like Gorgeous, I just thought was like a cool song. And then also the Heaven on Earth Reprise that just features The Dream. I just thought that was something that really, it really didn't, do anything for me. It could have been out the album and I wouldn't really care. Also the bonus track OMG that features Pusha T and it's produced by Pharrell. It's a cool song, but I just think it's something that really isn't necessary, especially with the placement of it at the very end of the album, because the other bonus track before that, Rage, is a great song. And it's like, okay, let's say you went to a Vic Mensa show and he closed it out with the very last song on the album, which is We Could Be Free. And then he comes back for the encore song, which is like Rage, and it's like this big rock ballad, but it's also got this like hip hop element to it, which is really, really dope. And it's just the perfect way to just finally end out the show. And you ready to go home, it's all good. And then this nigga Vic Mensa starts OMG, and you're like, nigga, stop. No, nigga, I want to go home, nigga. I got to go to work in the morning. You won, nigga. Go in the back, get you a drink, nigga. Just chill out. But other than those handful of songs, everything else on this album is phenomenal, and it's well written, well put together, well produced, and it's just a great, great collection of songs that Vic Mensa really did put his all into, and you can tell. Now, I gotta give you my top 5 tracks, and this is very, very difficult, y'all. There's like 15 total tracks, including the bonus tracks, and even with the ones that I excluded out, it's still difficult for me to find 5 songs that I really like. So, like, this is not even a confident top 5, y'all, but I had to get 5 out, so it would be Didn't I, Say I Didn't, and then Memories on 47th Street, Rolling Like a Stoner, and then it would be Heaven on Earth, and it's a tie between We Could Be Free and Rage. So like, okay, 6. Okay, top 6. God damn it, I'm gonna do it. Top 6, but shit, it's a bonus track, so it don't count, but it do. Fuck it, we just go back to the top. So the first song, Didn't I, Say I Didn't, is the opening track, and this is a really dope song. It's got a real soul sample going to it. It actually samples the Durando song. I think that's how you say his name, of the same title, Didn't I? And it's just really way they chopped it up is really dope. And then is Vic pretty much just saying, yo, didn't I say I was gonna make it? Yeah, I went through all this bullshit, and like I got probably in trouble like 37, 38 times, and everybody counted me out, but didn't I say I was gonna make it? Now look at me, nigga. Yeah, motherfucker, Vic Mensa was right. You ain't right. I'm right, you a bitch. That's what Vic Mensa probably thinks. That's pretty much what it's saying in this whole song, but it's a dope opener. The beat on here is great. Very just nice chopped up soul sample with some hard hitting drums. And Vic is going in, and he's just pretty much just saying like, yo, I went through this, I went through that, but at the end, I made it, and did not say I was, goddammit. The next song, Memories on 47th Street, I think really sets off the entire concept of the whole track, and it's pretty much him just talking about thinking back to when he used to live on 47th Street in Chicago and the memories that he had, all the shit he went through, all the shit that he saw, and he pretty much just said, yo, seeing all these things, he knew that at the end of it all, the city was gonna be his, he was gonna be that dude, and he really, really just proved that shit, and he's one of the top niggas in Chicago right now with the whole rap scene, and his singing on here is fucking great. His hook is Memories. You gotta make an ugly ass face when I know he had to make an ugly ass face hitting that shit, but he fucking kills that hook. I love the hook on here. I love everything on this song. It really just made me be like, okay, Vic Mensa got something. I fucking should have been on the goddamn boat. I'm sorry, Vic. I'm sorry. You should have gave me a free ticket, nigga. It was your fault. You should have hit me up about the boat, nigga. Shit, but it's a dope fucking song. Love this track. Just a great vibe to it. The beat on here is crazy. Everything just works, and I love this shit. And like, I want to low-key sing like him, but I can't, so I'm gonna just live through him with the singing, because it's fucking dope. The next song, Rolling Like a Stoner, is another dope song, and it also shows off Vic's singing skills, but also it talks about his drug addiction and his battle with it. Pretty much he's like, yo, I got this drug problem. Nobody really knows about it. I don't remember who the fuck you are because I'm always high and shit, but goddamn it, like, I don't want to do it, but I gotta do it because I'm addicted to the shit. And it's pretty much he's saying like he's rolling like a stoner, because he's a stoner and he rolling everywhere stoned, nigga. Damn. Rehab works sometimes. I don't know, maybe for you, maybe for not Vic, but sometimes you gotta do that shit, because, being high all the time ain't good, because, nigga, it ain't. I've tried. I've not tried. The next song, Heaven on Earth, is one of the best songs on the album to me. It's a very, very dope storytelling song. Probably shows off some of Vic's storytelling skills the most well on this entire album. And it's centered around his friend Cam, who was killed in a drug robbery gone wrong. And it's pretty much talked from 3 different perspectives. The first verse is talked from Vic's perspective. The second perspective is coming from Cam himself from heaven. And then the third perspective is from the dude who actually killed Cam. And he really didn't realize that it was Cam, and he feels bad about it, and a whole bunch of other shit. So you get to see all these sides talking about this one subject, and it all interconnects in this really dope way. It plays off like a mini movie within the entire track, which is really dope, and it just, like I said, shows off Vic's storytelling skills and how good they really are. The next song is We Could Be Free, and this is actually the closing song on the album for the most part, and it's really dope because this is Vic again singing, but it's like one of those real low-key mellow songs. It's like if Vic was sitting in like a little cafe or like in a room by himself with a guitar and he was just singing this song. It's a very powerful song. He's pretty much saying like, yo, we could be free if we realize we could just stop fucking killing each other and being so bad to one another, and we really just understand that if we just came together, love one another, we could do so much more, and we will be more free from everything that's happening in this world because we wouldn't be slaves to our own mentality. And that's what he's saying in the song, and it really is dope because he's sort of like rounding out the whole concept of just his life and how he was pretty much, you know, a slave to so many things, but now he's become free from all the shit he's had to go through. He's really come out of it all, and now he realizes what really is important in life. And then the six-man track, what I said is Rage, what I talked about a little bit earlier. It's sort of like a rock ballad song with some hip-hop elements. It's a dope way to close it out. It's not too much to it, really. You know, it's pretty much him just reiterating a lot of the concepts he said in the prior songs on the album, but it's sort of just like the sound and the sonic feel of it really is that grand closeout. So it's a dope track. I really liked it a lot, too. And I mean, it should have just ended right there. OMG, nothing wrong with you, but just you shouldn't have been there. You just didn't need to be there. And that's my top 5 plus 1. But overall, I think Vic Mensa did a really good job with this album. He did a good job doing the whole autobiography theme. And if you knew Vic Mensa before this, or if you didn't, I think from the whole album perspective, after listening to it, you're going to get a good idea of who he is, which is really dope, and which is what I think he wanted to accomplish. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Vic Mensa, the autobiography, is a very dope, very well put together, conceptually strong album that has a few songs here and there that I don't care too much for, but still aren't bad, but I could have dealt without. All I'm saying is that Vic's rhyming is on point, his singing is on point, his concepts and storytelling are all there. The production on here is fascinating. It's really great. No beat on here I didn't like. And even though some songs here aren't as good as others, they still aren't bad songs, but with other songs being so great to me, they really just like, I really didn't care too much to listen to those because the other songs are fucking better. And overall, you get a good idea of who Vic Mensa is as a person, what he's been through, how he's got to where he's gotten now. And I think, you know, he's going to just continue this momentum, and I'm really, really looking forward to hearing more from Vic Mensa. And I might have to go back and listen to his other shit because apparently I've been missing out because this motherfucker's dope. So all I gotta say is that for me, Vic Mensa, the autobiography, is not Granddad approved. Almost, but not quite because of them songs, but I will give it a very highly Granddad recommended. So go check out the album. It's out right now. Support this dude. He's put a lot of work into this album, I can tell, and he's really, really came through with a solid project. Everything on here works for the most part, and it's just something that I'm going to be listening to for a while, especially a few songs on here. Some songs not so much, but overall, he did a good fucking job. But I got nothing more to say. Vic Mensa, the autobiography, is very highly Granddad recommended. So go check out the shit, and then go write you an autobiography. Maybe it'll make you write one. If your life is whack, don't do it, because I ain't reading that shit and nobody else is either. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Vic Mensa, the autobiography, if you've heard it. If you have not heard it, like I said, it's a very dope album. A lot of great moments on here. Some here, not so much, I mean, that I care too much for. But overall, it's a good fucking album and a very strong debut. So check it out. Dude is doing this thing. Nothing really much else to say, but, I mean, yo, clean that shit up, Vic. Get a fucking trash can. Just do that. That's all I'm asking. Just get a trash can. Clean that shit up. Previous videos on the side as well as my latest single. Check that out. Show that some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen. Button below. Woolly Reviews twice a week, as well as the gaming channel, CD case studies, indie spotlight. All that info is below. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddad, Vic Mensa, the autobiography. It's a good fucking album, Vic. Maybe something to this messy ass place, because like I wonder what the drafts on the floor said, because that shit was probably fire too. I don't fucking know, but goddamn it, shit was good. It's real goddamn good. Get a recycle bin though. I'm out of here.